Hi guys, it's John T and I'm going to read you a story today. I hope you guys are well, I hope you guys are staying safe, and remember, listen to your parents. So we're going to read Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat, and it's from Genesis 37 to 46, but it's summarised in this, so it's pretty cool. The Forgiving Prince. Jacob had 12 sons, but of all of his sons, Joseph was his favourite. One day, Jacob gave Joseph a splendid new robe. It was beautiful and rich with all the colours of the rainbow, but it made Joseph's brothers jealous. They wanted rich rainbows too. Then, to make matters worse, Joseph kept having these special dreams. "I dreamt I was the greatest. I was king," Joseph told his brothers, "and all of you shall bow down to me." Now I'm sure you know, even if Joseph didn't, that telling your brothers these things isn't a very good idea. Joseph's brothers hated him even more. They wanted to kill Joseph and his dreams. And one day, that's exactly what they did. They tore Joseph's rainbow robe off of him and sold him to slave traders for 12 pieces of silver. This is Jacob and Joseph and his lovely coat, and then that is all of his brothers. The traders took Joseph to Egypt and made him into a slave. The brothers went home and lied to their father, telling him that Joseph was dead. That's the end of the daydreamer, they thought. But they were wrong. God had a magnificent dream for Joseph's life, and even when it looked like everything had gone wrong, God would use it to help make the dream come true. God would use everything that was happening to Joseph to do something good. Meanwhile, things were not looking good for Joseph in Egypt. He was far from home and from his dad. Then he got blamed for something he didn't even do. And even though he had done nothing wrong, he was punished and thrown in jail. But God had not left Joseph. One night, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, had a scary dream about thin cows gobbling up fat cows. What on earth did it mean? He didn't know. But Joseph was a dream expert, so Pharaoh sent for him. "It means a famine is coming," Joseph explained this. "There won't be enough food." Pharaoh was so pleased by Joseph's skills that he immediately took Joseph out of jail and made him prince. Now back home, Joseph's brothers had run out of food and everyone was hungry. God's special family was in danger. If they didn't get food soon, they would starve to death. So Joseph's brothers travelled to Egypt to buy food. They came and knelt down before the prince. His brothers didn't know it was Joseph, but Joseph knew who they were. Joseph's dreams, the one about his brothers bowing down to him, was coming true. "It's me," Joseph cries. When they saw it was Joseph, his brothers were afraid. They had wronged Joseph. They had sinned and they knew it. Now Joseph would certainly punish them. But Joseph looked at his brothers and his eyes were filled with tears. Even though his brothers had hurt him and hated him and wanted him dead, in spite of everything, he couldn't stop loving them. His heart, which they had broken, filled up with love, and Joseph forgave them. Joseph threw his arms around them. "Don't be afraid," he said. Behind what you were doing, underneath everything that was happening, God was doing something good. God was making everything right again. Joseph didn't punish them, he rescued them. He brought God's special family to live safely with him in Egypt. One day, God would send another prince, a young prince whose heart would break. Like Joseph, he would leave his home and his father. His brothers would hate him and would want him dead. He would be sold for pieces of silver. He would be punished even though he had done nothing wrong. But God would use everything that happened to this young prince, even the bad thing, to do something good, to forgive the sins of the whole world. So that's just a part of Joseph. Here's a bit about the Technicolor Dreamcoat. So why don't you just take a piece of paper, take a couple of pens, and draw Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat, just like the one that we saw on the first page. All different colours, and I want you to send it in to an email address or link that's going to pop up on the screen, hopefully. And yeah, stay home, stay safe, and God bless you.